Now I'd like to call to the stage the CEO of the Ukrainian Catholic University Foundation. She's been the CEO for over 2 years now, Miss Annetta Huko. Please welcome Annetta to the stage for some very special presentations.
Thank you, John. Thank you all. Thank you all really for being here. I know some of you, I appreciate the folks who came from Philadelphia. I know it wasn't easy, but for others it was great. And we have visitors from Cleveland, from Florida, from all over. So we really, really appreciate all of you for being here. Thank you. And of course, we appreciate all of our sponsors, many of whom have been with us for the last 22 years. I haven't even been here 2 years, so I can't imagine what that means to the organization to have your support. But we also have so many new supporters as well. And this is all about raising funds and building this UKU community to support this incredible institution. So thank you and welcome all. I would like to also today, one of the things that's kind of fun about this event is I get to announce any new exciting gifts and transformational gifts, and we have one to announce this year as well. The donors that I'd like to recognize today are Michael and Nancy Bohdan of Cranford, New Jersey. They have given a truly transformative gift. They will be supporting scholarships at UKU. They have given $330,000 to support 75 scholarships over the next 5 years. Obviously, yes. And what's particularly poignant about the gift that they made is they have asked that those scholarships support students in really critical programs: physical and occupational therapy and rehabilitation, public administration and governance, and nonprofit management. Right? That's what Ukraine needs now. And if ever there was an example of how UKU is helping to build Ukraine, those are some of the functions, some of the programs that really can support it. And I'd also like to be able to share with you an excerpt from the statement that Mr. Bohdan made, and you'll understand how meaningful this gift is to them, and equally it's meaningful for UKU. What he said was, "We were deeply moved by what we saw on the UKU campus. It rivaled any American institution in quality and spirit. We saw a campus full of hope and enthusiasm. That visit back in 2018 planted the seed for what we are now honored to support. Our faith and upbringing taught us the importance of lifting up future generations. Supporting these students who have chosen to stay in Ukraine to study and rebuild their country is a way of our giving back and investing in hope." Unfortunately, Mr. and Mrs. Bohdan couldn't be here this evening, but I really wanted to share that with you because I think it really captures the spirit of what our community is all about. And we're grateful to have you today to share in that community with us. So now we come to a very special part of this program. This year, we're doing a lot of firsts. We're doing things a little differently. We're here in Queens. We are expanding our community. And also this year, given that so many people have given so much to Ukraine, not just to the university, but also in so many other ways, we wanted to be able to honor some of those members of our community who have oftentimes silently and a bit of as unsung heroes have been supporting Ukraine. And so that was part of the selection criteria that we used when we were thinking about who we would like to honor at this event this year. So I'm going to ask Vladika to come up, Archbishop Boris, sorry about that, to come up because I'm going to need his help to be able to do this as we begin our official ceremony to honor the honorees of our event this year. Our first honoree is Mr. Leonard MAZUR. I think many people know that he's an accomplished pharmaceutical industry executive, a philanthropist with a lot of success in founding and building multiple healthcare companies throughout his 5-decade career. He was born in a displaced persons camp after the war, Second World War in Germany, grew up in the United States, and really has become a true American success story. At 50, he founded his own business, which later evolved into what is now the very successful Citius Pharmaceuticals. He has supported Ukraine since 1991, first as an independent observer in the referendum vote for independence, and eventually as a philanthropist, a donor, and a strategic ally. He also served in the Marines while he was studying, and so he can really appreciate a lot of the things that are happening in Ukraine today. But the first time that I met Leonard MAZUR in this role, one of the things that really struck me is this is a person who truly has a passion for Catholic education. And he has made several transformative gifts to institutions, Catholic institutions of learning, including your very own, our very own Ukrainian Catholic University. He also made a transformational gift and made a transformational effort with his classmates of West Catholic Preparatory High School to save that school and make it now one of the top boys' Catholic high schools in Philadelphia. And he currently serves on the school's Board of Trustees. He's also chairman of the Board of the Trustees of Manor College in Jenkintown, where he's also given some transformative gifts, he and his wife Helen. And he's also a member of the Board of Visitors for Temple University, where he's also made some transformative gifts. In addition, Mr. MAZUR is a recipient of the Ellis Island Medal of Honor, and he was presented annually to those who immigrated to the United States during the Ellis Island era and that have shown outstanding commitment to serving the United States, either professionally, culturally, and civically. And we're very proud to say that most recently, Mr. MAZUR has also given lectures at UKUL. He's given them in the past in person, but also recently virtually. So he supports us and he supports Catholic education in many different ways. So it is truly an honor to honor him as a champion of Catholic education. Ms. Leonard, please come up to receive your award.
I want to take this opportunity to thank UKU, thank all of you who came here, who made a sacrifice just to get here. And in reflecting upon this award, I had to reflect back in terms of my own life and what I've experienced. First of all, this award also is, I'm sharing this award with my wife, Helen. And she's been a strong supporter in all my endeavors, and if you can imagine, I'm not an easy person to be with, or live with. But nevertheless, she's also supported all of our efforts in supporting, especially Catholic education, which is really important for all of us and for me especially. First of all, my whole part of my being in terms of education was really formed a long time ago by my father, of all people. So you can imagine what life is like. You come here as an immigrant. We settled initially on a farm outside of Salisbury, Maryland. My father ultimately ran a chicken farm with 25,000 chickens on it for Frank Perdue. So with that, ultimately we've made it to Philadelphia, and my father had to work construction. And so in order to make sure that he was the very last one laid off in the wintertime, he agreed to do all the lawn work for the owner of the construction company. And so all spring, summer, and fall, every Sunday afternoon, he and I would be there. I was a teenager. And now you can picture this scene. We're driving down the Schuylkill Expressway, and my father's probably cursing in every language known that he knew at the time, telling me, don't you ever find yourself in this position. He said, I'm here because I didn't have an education. You will have an education. So with that, that really formed a lot of my attitude about everything going forward in terms of education. So, but also, I have to really acknowledge the fact that the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, when I went through grade school, and then the Christian Brothers in terms of high school, West Catholic prep or West Catholic High School for boys. Brother Richard Kessler is here. He's the former head of it. It's only due to Brother Richard's efforts that school is alive today, because he organized everything to save the school. The Archdiocese was going to shut it down. And the reason it's alive is because it saves lives. That school went from being mostly Irish and Italians, one lone Ukrainian in the school at the time, to all of a sudden our neighborhood changed. It became an all-black neighborhood. And consequently, the enrollment dropped and they were going to shut it down. But it had to be saved, and the reason for it was because that school was saving lives. And the reason it was saving lives is because if you made it into your senior year there, that school the last 4 years in a row has 100% college acceptances, which is virtually unknown of. So that's really critical in terms of what we should all support. And I think supporting UKU is really critical. It's important. That school is building and teaching the future leaders of Ukraine. It's lifting the yoke of communism away from them and turning them into productive members of and building a society there that will have ultimately, it'll be free of this war, and it'll be back to being a democratic society, which it deserves to be. So with that, once again, I want to thank UKU for the fact that they allowed my wife and I to be part of their journey. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Leonard. That was beautiful. And thank you for all that you do for us and for other institutions of Catholic learning. A true champion. So our next champion is Dr. EUGENE HOLUKA. There we go. So Dr. HOLUKA is an accomplished medical practitioner and executive, and he's been instrumental in mobilizing medical aid from the U.S. with U.S.-based vendors to hospital networks and medical institutions in Ukraine for quite some time. He's currently the Vice President of Physician Development and Outreach at Northwell Health. It's the largest healthcare provider in the state. Dr. HOLUKA is also an assistant professor at the Donald and Barbara Zucker School of Medicine at the Hofstra Northwell School. And we, as UKU, now have a budding relationship as a result of his support as well with Northwell, and continue to grow the medical programs at UKU as well. At the beginning of the invasion of Ukraine, Dr. HOLUKA, in partnership with LEONARD, MAZUR, Umana, and many other organizations, spearheaded $1 million campaign to purchase critically needed medicine for Ukraine. Dr. HOLUKA also led the initial planning of the Umana Northwell Health and the UKAKA partnership to purchase, refurbish, and transport critically needed ambulances from Europe to Ukraine to assist with medical evacuation efforts. Dr. HOLUKA was also instrumental in bringing critically wounded soldiers and civilians to receive treatment at Northwell Health, which included both medical care and housing during their treatments. He brought children from Ukraine as well to the United States for life-saving open heart surgery and provided critical support for an orphanage in Zhytomyr. In 2023, President Zelensky presented Dr. HOLUKA with the Order of Merit of Ukraine. It's a special distinction awarded to individuals for outstanding achievement to honor his unwavering efforts in helping wounded Ukrainian soldiers at Northwell Health. Dr. HOLUKA also received a presidential award from President Kuchma for millions of dollars worth of antibiotics and medical equipment that he helped to deliver to Ukraine in the 1990s. So for his 30 years of support for humanitarian and medical aid to Ukraine, we are pleased to support and to honor Dr. HOLUKA as the champion of humanitarian and medical aid to Ukraine. Dr. HOLUKA.
Well, I don't have a speech like Leonard had one, so I'm going to wing it. So first of all, I'd like to thank the University of Holusha for bestowing me this award. It means a lot to me, especially from a kid who was brought up from the Lower East Side, went to Ukrainian Catholic grammar school, high school, worked in the local Ukrainian butcher store, working at the Ukrainian National Home and being a bartender in the Lower East Side. During this time going to medical school, it really shocks me that I used to listen to my grandmother, my babcia used to talk to me about Ukraine or Lvovi, and it meant a lot to me. I never forgot what she used to say. And the best thing what I used to love about, when she would be watching TV and she would say, "Oh, podivysha, to je nash," on TV, everybody would remember that. They would see Jack Palance and every single babcia would say, "To je nash." We got a lot of recognition. And now, unfortunately, what's going on in Ukraine with these forces involving and what they're trying to do in Ukraine, trying to erase the faith, the culture, the language. And during this time, you have the university like OKU functioning 100%. So I think I'm going to continue what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing, and there's no plan on retirement. So again, I would like to thank you very much. І знову, слава Україні!
Great. Thank you very much. And I